And so I'll read a book, or maybe 2 or 3. I'll add a few new paintings to my gallery. I'll play guitar and knit and cook and basically just wonder, when will my life begin? Good morning, good night, and good evening, my motherfucking royals. If this message is for you, if this message is resonating for you, then you are currently in the same boat as me, in that you are currently waiting for one of the promises, or a lot of the promises. Basically, you're waiting on what was promised to you by God to happen, right? And so if y'all didn't know, that was When Will My Life Begin from Tangled, which it's been stuck in my head nonstop for the past few days. And I have been sitting on this message, and I'm like, all right, I need to get it out. We have the Light Seers Tarot here today, and I'm just going to go ahead and... Creator, please shine down on me with a pillar of light that extends 50 feet in all directions. I also ask that you allow no trickster spirits, any low vibrational energies, entities, aliens, or ETs to interfere with this message. You and only you assist me in giving this message to the collective. I also ask that you fill my vessel in the surrounding space with every color angelic flame and transmute any negative energy into positive energy for my benefit. I also ask that you cover all of my bodies across all timelines and dimensions in a 12-layer, 12-dimensional shield of light from the beginning of time till the loop back around. I also ask that you eliminate any brain fog, any mental haziness, any interference from any source other than yourself. And wonder, when will my life begin? We got the 10 pentacles at the bottom. Ace, king, queen, 9, 10 of pentacles means I'm headed for riches. I'm crowned up in the pinnacle. If you listen to my music, then you know. But we have the 10 of pentacles at the bottom. So it feels like you're waiting for your long-lasting stability, and I'm not saying that you don't physically have the stability yourself, right? Because I feel like within you are absolutely golden, right? I feel like you've been doing all the work. You have just been quietly waiting, just waiting. God didn't forget about you, but it's taken a little bit more time. And I know it can be extremely frustrating when you're waiting on God's timing, because God's timing is God's timing and our timing is our timing, and our timing never lines up with God's timing. And so I think I first awakened almost 2 years ago now, and about 2 years. And God told me a bunch of things, you're going to be a famous singer, musician, whatever. I just got a notification, you're going to be a famous musician, and all this other stuff. And, I never, I think about it, right? And 345, as I was just looking up, that's the fourth time I've seen that today, 345. I remember, I was so excited. I was yeah, I'm ready for it. And, I was so ready for it. I was so excited about it. And what happened was it was actually the only thing that I would think about all the time. The only thing that I would think about is yeah, when is this coming? And I realized there's nothing wrong with being tunnel vision on what God has promised you. But when you're solely focusing on that, and you're putting pressure on that, it's going to take longer for it to come in. And so what people say all the time is you can't force and you can't rush, right? And so if you think of the Chinese finger trap, right, where you put the sleeve over your fingers and you try to pull hard, it gets tight and it won't come out, right? But then if you just relax, you can slowly wiggle it out, right? And so that's when surrender comes into play, right? 4, 5, 6. You have to live in a state of surrender, in a state of like, it is what it is. Like, I'm living life, I'm having fun, I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm enjoying it, I'm grateful to be where I am, you know, I'm grateful for life, I'm alive, you know, all that stuff is good, right? And so oftentimes we start trying to like rush, we start trying to force it, and with the flow of abundance, you're just creating like it'd be like if you were walking through a narrow hallway, and if you stuck your arms out to both sides, you could physically put and touch both sides, right? And so whenever you're trying to like rush it, whenever you're like solely just focusing on it, what you're actually doing is you're going down this hallway and you're pushing up against the walls. So it's actually making you take even longer to get 555. It's taking you even longer to get down the hallway because of not being in that full state of surrender and trust, right? Like, God only has to tell you one time what he promises you, because it is coming, right? If it's a promise from God, it's going to come, and he's going to make sure that you are ready when it comes, right? A lot of times, you might be thrown into a situation and you might be like, oh my God, I'm not prepared for that. God would not have put you there if you were not prepared for it. God would not give you the blessings that he promised you unless you were ready for it. And so this, a few things are coming through. So this could be perhaps with like financial, right? I talked about facility. I talked about stability, right? So this could be financial stability that you have been searching for, craving. Maybe you're, in like the typical like job where you're not getting paid much. You only make enough to like pay your bills, and like that's it. So you're pretty much just working to survive. So and so it feels like you're like counting on this, you're like waiting for it, you're like praying like, God, please, every day, like, please just let this happen, right? But it's coming. And so while you wait, there's always internal work to be done. There's always a chance to, elevate even higher than you already are. Self-development should be an ongoing thing for everybody. So, like I said, I had already felt like you were in some just chill, laid-back energy. We talk about the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is highly, highly, highly abundant. I mean, maybe you can tell just by looking at it, but like, look, she's just radiating with like calmness. She is not rushing anything. She's not forcing anything. She's barely even holding on to this pentacle. She's like, I got it, bro. Like, it's in the bag already. And that's the mentality that you have to have, right? You have to be living in the space that you already have what God planned for you, right? I walk around and, like I said, I feel like a celebrity. I feel like millions, billions, trillions of dollars inside. So like, why do I even like, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say, why do I need it externally? But right, the Queen of Pentacles, she's already feeling that inside. And so what you're trying to do, right, is you're trying to embody the version of you that already has those things. And I'm seeing like where you are. This is giving me energy of like gratitude. So like I was just saying, like, this feels like you are very grateful for where you are. You are content. Like you're not just like completely like purely hating where you are. You're in this like energy of like you're already living your blessings. And for those of you that aren't in that energy, you have to try to bet your best to be the version of you that already has the things that God promised or that you want, right? And so that's why you'll see like people, they might, like when they're trying to get famous or something like that, they might start talking a certain way, or like they'll completely change their mindset because basically what you're doing when you change your insides, right? If I'm putting out internally that I'm a celebrity, that I'm famous, then eventually what's going to happen is you're going to be putting out this frequency, and then ching, 1010 as I'm saying that, then universe, God, whatever, is going to be like, oh shit, we need to move him where he belongs, right? Instead of being where he is now, or where she is, or whatever you call yourself. And so this feels like the energy of surrender. It almost gives leap of faith type vibes already. So to me, it feels like you have been diligently awaiting what was promised to you. What else do we got? I physically can't make this shit up. Let me see. Is this what I think it is? Yes, it is. All right, so right here, I feel like you could be watching other people like celebrating. You could be watching other people like getting what was promised to them by God, and you know, you're feeling like it's never gonna come. Maybe it's making you feel even more like you know what I mean. But like everybody, like the pie is big enough for everyone, and that's what like the people at the top don't want you all to realize is there is more than enough abundance in the world, in the universe. There's more than enough money. There's more than enough everything for everyone to have everything, right? And so like God goes in the order that God goes for God's reasons, right? Like you notice how, like, even me, I'm sitting here and I see God blessing people, and I'm like, all right, yeah, damn right, it's their time. Am I, like, complaining about that? No. Am I being salty about that? No. Like, and, like, I am who I am, right? 12, I'm raw, and I'm not complaining. Like, I'm not sitting here being like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I should be before everyone else. Like, nah, bro, nah, it's not that, it's not like that at all, right? Patience, introspection. And so I feel like I was just about to fucking say the Hermit, the Devil, and the fucking Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you have been doing a lot of soul searching. You've been doing a lot of internal work, battling those demons, fighting any addictions that you could or may have, or just fighting any type of like temptations that could throw you off from this. So this is giving the energy of like the angel and the devil on one side, and your focus is on this financial independence. Like your focus is on getting the fruits of your labor, like getting what you deserve, right? And so I feel like you have just been sitting up here on this mountain, not even giving the devil the time of day, right? Like the devil is calling and your phone is just ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing. Like you probably muted it by now or just blocked the number. Like that's the type of energy that I'm getting. And so it gives dedication, right? It gives dedication to yourself. It takes dedication to, or it gives dedication to self, dedication to God. It gives dedication to taking yourself seriously. Page of Cups. Am I taking all this? Yes. Page of Cups, Lovers, and the Seven of Pentacles. So I'm seeing with the Page of Cups, the Lovers, and the Seven of Pentacles, you have been putting a lot of effort into like creating your dreams. Like you've been putting a lot of energy into like wishing, hoping, praying for something that you love. And I feel like that is probably what like God has promised you, right? Like this is the lovers, but it doesn't physically have to be a love connection, but just the way it comes, it feels like you have been investing your time wisely and into something that you love, right? This could be just like helping people. This could be like a hobby, like something like that. But I'm saying that like whatever you're doing, like most people around you are saying when pigs fly. Like, yeah, that'll happen for that person when pigs fly. So you do have a lot of people around you that are like doubting your dreams, right? You could have even told people straight up, like, this is what God promised me, or like, this is what I'm gonna be. This is what's in the cards for me, right? And people probably were sitting there like making fun of you, like talking behind your back, all sorts of shit, like, oh, they're never gonna make it. They're not like, excuse me, that was double confirmation. Like, I know that there's people that listen to my music and 1616, I know there's people that listen to my music and they probably talk shit about it. Like, okay, that's fine, right? Because I have never gone 100% like full on actually trying for my music. So I'll give you that, right? I make all my music on my phone. So I understood that I was just showcasing my talent, right? Like I learned how to do all of that shit by myself. I did that shit on GarageBand with my fucking Apple headphones. Like I taught myself how to make music on GarageBand, right? And so, like I didn't have like a mentor or anything like that. So I know it doesn't sound the best, right? And I know people probably talk shit, but I don't care. So it's like that type of energy. That could be anything that you're saying. Like you could be saying, oh, I'm going to be a famous painter. I'm going to be like a famous, famous artist, like something, right? Like I want to be an influencer, 1717. And it just gives the energy of people behind your back being like, they'll never make it. They'll never make it. You can make it. I believe in you. If nobody else does, fuck them. So, like I said, deep transformation. Oh my God, the cards just fell. I want y'all to show that I'm not bullshitting. Y'all see that? That's the sun right there. That is the sun that came out. Right? So, death and the sun. And is that, I wanted to ask, is that what I think it is right there with death and the sun? Yes, it is, with the Six of Wands coming out. So, this is giving the energy of a massive transformation. This is giving the energy of like you seriously have been doing the work. And when you're on the spiritual path and you're going internally and you are changing things about yourself, right? When you're done with the transformation that God has for you, you will not recognize the person that you were before, right? And you will physically see changes, right? Because God is not only going to upgrade you spiritually, but like your chakra system is going to get upgraded. For instance, if you've been watching my videos or if you've known me my entire life, my voice never sounded like this. My voice never sounded like this. My voice has gone through, my throat chakra has gone through massive upgrades. And like I was just sick and now my voice sounds even crazier now. And so 1919, depending on what your purpose is here, your gifts are going to cater to that, right? So obviously, like me being who I am, I have like very powerful chakras, but my throat chakra specifically is directly tied to my purpose here. So God made my throat chakra extremely powerful, because my voice needs to be used here on this earth, right? I need to speak for people that don't have a voice. I need to expose evil in the world, and I need to slap the fuck out of the devil in the one thing that he does best, and that's making music. So God made sure that I would be well equipped for that, right? And so the other thing is your physical changes, your physical appearance is going to change as well. If you know me my entire life, you knew my eyes were like dark brown to the point where like they looked black. But if you look at them now, they're like a light brown, right? And I noticed that in the mirror, not too long ago. I was looking in the mirror and I was like, damn, I didn't get a new eye color, did I? I'm not really new, but it's like that thing, right? And so when you go through that transformation and, God is working with you, God is in you, God is shining through you, it is going to be apparent to the outside world, right? And this is the energy that I'm getting. This is like massive transformation, massive abundance, maximum joy for life, right? Like this 2111, this is giving the energy of you leveling up, and you're loving the leveling up, right? And that's exactly why you're about to be recognized. That's why you're about to be seen. Excuse me. Get ready is what God just said. Get ready, right? So because God promised you a new life, right? Whenever you're going through a transformation that comes from God, it's always going to cost you, right? God gives you a ticket, and when you get to the door that God has for you, it's only big enough for one person to come through, right? It's only big enough for you to walk through. And so you're going to get to that door, and once you're on the spiritual journey, there is no turning back. I want you to know that, like I said, there's no turning back, because God is physically going to make it impossible for you to walk the wrong path. It's going to be very apparent, right? And so he's going to take that ticket, right? And he's going to punch it. And you're going to say, that's it. I sacrificed my entire old life for the one that you made for me, right? And 2, 2, 3, 4, as I'm saying that. So get ready, right? The tower, your old life is about to crumble, and it might feel like everything is going to complete shit, but really that's just the magic of transformation, right? I forget what song it is by Mac Miller, but he's like, I'm in the vortex. Like it's that energy. It's vortex energy, right? The vortex is transformative. It's powerful, right? But it's also a destructive force. And that's what's going to happen, right? There's going to be a tornado that goes through and pretty much destroys your old life. Yeah. Yeah, so 555 could be significant for you. We have the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. This specifically feels like there's been a lot of, my crown is starting to, hurt. So, to me, this feels like you may be in this space, you're trying to embody the energy, but you might be thinking how can I embody the energy if I'm broke, or how can I maintain positivity if I'm not feeling it, right? And one thing that they always talk about in resiliency training, especially in the army, is hunt the good stuff, right? And if you don't know what that means, it means no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing 24/24, you can always find something good. And so it comes into reprogramming the subconscious, right? Because if you look for a pattern of negativity in your life, you're going to find it. And then what happens is, because you're always looking for negativity, negativity is always going to find you 24/44. So what you have to do is hunt the good stuff. Like, yeah, my car broke down, but I'm still alive. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can always find something that's good, even though somebody might have just heard that and been like, man, fuck that. Like, bruh, come on. And so this is giving the energy of you really like working hard on your manifestations, but this is giving the energy of like, you are putting a lot into your manifestations. Like, even though you might not be feeling it 24/7, even though you might be feeling like you're broke, or you might be feeling down 25/25, you still have your eye on the prize. You still are like holding that dream. You are holding what God promised you close to your heart. Is this what I think it is? And the Ten of Pentacles came out. You know, like at this time, you only need continue like resting at this point in time, right? Make sure that you're meditating, make sure you're taking care of yourself. I'm also drawn to the heart here, so like self-love, also healing your inner child, and letting your inner child come out and play, and have fun and experience too, right? But inner child like healing is kind of coming up. So if you haven't been doing like inner child healing, definitely work on that. But rest is like the big thing. Like, you just need to rest at this point in time, right? Like, whatever God has for you is for you. So nobody can take it from you. Nobody can steal it. Nobody can do shit. Like, it's going to come to you regardless. You're going to get what you were promised. You're going to get everything. So just vibe out, bro. Right? Because the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands with the King of Wands up here, and I asked if this was what I was thinking. It looks like there could be somebody like an entrepreneur, or like CEO comes to mind, but the King of Wands energy is definitely like a leader. It's a visionary, and a lot of times people say it's like entrepreneur type energy, but it looks like there's going to be a chance, like somebody's going to offer some sort of opportunity. Like, I don't know exactly what God promised you, but it feels like there's going to be some sort of opportunity. There's something coming in here very quickly, right? 8-8 could be significant. I saw it like 8 times. I saw it like 3 or 4 times, I think, on my way home, like on license plates, 8-8 like that. And so whatever this next like chapter that you're about to be in, you're about to be busy. You are about to be working a lot. And what I especially like here is how they have everything, like from like cooking and shit. She has herbs over here. She has papers. So it looks like she is finally being able to dive into a wheelhouse of things, right, that she wanted to. Is there anything else? The good folks. Oh, the Ten of Pentacles just wanted to fall down again. Yeah. So that stability, that financial stability, that blessing that God promised, it's coming. Like, it's coming. And wonder, when will my life begin? Ha, catch me on a motherfucking Disney movie singing. Stop playing with me. Catch me outside. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? Yeah, so it feels like creatively, you are going to be like thriving. It feels like freedom. it feels like freedom to finally get to do what you want to do, what you need to do. And I want y'all to know, like, God is keeping this on like the hush hush. Like, God isn't even letting me like peek into the future, like to see like shit that he has planned for me or anything. So like, so he's not going to let y'all snoop around. He's not going to let y'all snoop, but just know it is coming. He's just being very quiet. And then that's the other thing, right? Like, God is like all of our parent. Yeah. God, you tracking? God is like all of our parent. And so, like, God always wants to surprise us. So God will tell you what he's going to do for you, but he's not going to tell you how. He's not going to tell you when. He's not going to tell you like details. Like, he's not going to tell you certain details. He's 30-30. He's just going to like let it happen like Christmas morning, right? Like, bam. And you're going to be like, is this gift for me? Is this for me? And God's going to be like, yeah, that's for you. And you're going to be like, shh. And you're going to be like, oh my God. That's exactly how it's going to be. Y'all, the only thing that y'all need to do is stay out of your head with any negative talk or anything like that, any doubt. Make sure if anybody is speaking down on like you and your dreams and your vision, you cut those people off. And make sure, like, I just heard the train, make sure that you are the right kind of delusional, right? Because everybody's going to think you're crazy until you make it, right? Everybody's going to be like, yeah, nah, they're just crazy. They're never going to make it, bam. And then as soon as you start getting that attention, as soon as God puts you where you're supposed to be, nobody's going to be calling you crazy anymore. They're going to be like, damn, he told us, she told us. That blessing is coming. That blessing is coming. I hope y'all have a wonderful Monday night. And as always, much love to everybody. And y'all take care.